Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am here with a video today to show you guys what you need to do nails. Okay, I know there's a lot of beginners who are wondering what items you need and what you can use to start doing nails. And I know when I first started, I loved watching videos that showed us like everything that we needed and everything. And if we don't have a certain product, a lot of times there's something else that you can use that works exactly the same, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna try to show you what you need from the beginning to the end. Okay, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So let's go ahead and start. First, you are going to need a cuticle pusher, which is this one right here. Okay, this one helps with pushing the cuticle of your customer or yourself back, okay, so that you can remove the dead cuticle that is that sticks right here. Okay, so you're gonna need to do that first, and then it has this other side so that you can scrape off anything that is stuck to the nail, because sometimes the cuticle and the dead skin gets stuck on the nail, so you can kind of scrape it off. Okay, and that will help with the actual artificial nail adhering to your natural nail. Okay, and that's gonna make sure that there isn't any lifting once you put the artificial product on your nail. Okay, so that is the first thing you're gonna need. A lot of people use this, which is like a, oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a stone thing that you can scrape the pterygium or the cuticle that is stuck to the nail, so you can scrape it off. It's not 100% needed because I usually just use a cuticle pusher, and then when I go in with the nail file and file the nail, it actually works good. So if you need it, if you think you need it, if you want to use it, you can always get it online or at your nail supply store. After you have that, the other thing you're gonna need is going to be a nail clipper. Okay, I usually, if I have my nails long or my client has long nails, I usually go in and cut them short, so that when I put the artificial nail, it looks, you know, it looks good, and they're not too long underneath, because then they'll show. So you want to leave like a really clean and neat work. Other than that, you're gonna need a file. Okay, and excuse me, there are files that a lot of them have like one side is not as harsh as the other side. Okay, like if you look at this one, for example, this one says 180 grit, meaning on one side it's 100 grit, which is coarser and it's harder on the nails than the 180 grit. Okay, this side here, I don't know if you can see it, this one is a 180, and then if you turn it around, you can see the difference. This one is a 100. Okay, same with this other file, it's a 180. On the other side, it's a 100. Okay, so I started with this one. Once you have pushed the cuticle and removed the dead skin, you're gonna go in with the 180 grit side, which is this one, and you're gonna file the person's nail to get the shine off, so that the artificial product will stick, and that will help you not get any lifting. Okay, so you're gonna file it, and I like this one because it's round. And nail files, believe it or not, when they're new, they're very harsh on this side, and they're very sharp, and you can cut yourself or cut other people. So I liked this one when I first started, because it helped me go like this, and you know, around the cuticle area and stuff. So once I got used to it, then yes, I ordered these ones because they're cheaper and they work the same. So it is very important, you know, to learn how to use them so that you don't cut someone. Okay, so we're gonna need that. After this, we're gonna need a little brush. Plastic is better because you can sterilize it. You can put it in your barbicide and disinfect it. So what I do is I just scrape off all the, you know, the dead skin and all the file residue that we get and stuff, so you clean your nail pretty good. Don't ever do this, because this will put all that back inside of the cuticle, and then your nail is gonna lift because there's gonna be some stuff underneath. So try to always go outward so that all of that is getting out of your nail. Okay, so you're gonna need a little brush. After this, you're gonna need nail tips, and nail glue. Okay, I use this one, which is split second nail glue. I love it because once I put it on the tip and I put the tip on the nail, it sticks and it dries right away. Okay, because I used to use this one, which is one from IBD, and it took so long for it to dry that it would just like move and then be crooked. So I like this one because as soon as I put it on, it sticks and you're done. So I normally use this one for tips, and I use this one for rhinestones because then, you know, the opposite. If I use this one on rhinestones, where I put the rhinestone, it stays. So it's hard for me to go back and try to fix it if I don't like the way it looks because it dries so fast. So that's when I use this one. Okay, so you can kind of work with both. And then I have two different types of tips that I want to show you. Okay, one of them, and there's many out there, but just to show you, there's this one that has this part of the nail. This is where it shows you where the person's natural nail edge has to be. Okay, so this one would go like this. Okay, so basically you can see the groove right in the middle of the person's nail. So you have to go in and you have to file that off. You have to file it even, okay? File it flush so that you can't distinguish between the natural nail and the other nail. So I really don't like these nails. I got them when I was in nail school, but I never really do use them because I think that it takes a longer time to get, you know, this one's on them and filed and everything. So I just have them because I had them in school. The ones that I use are these other ones, and I'll show you here. Okay, so the ones that I use are the ones that have the little groove on the edge and that they go like, it's right, I don't know if you can see that right there. So these ones go right at the edge of the nail, like this. Okay, so they go right at the edge. You don't have to file it flush. It's not necessary, especially because they're clear, and it's faster and easier, in my opinion. Okay, so that's just another option for you guys. Make it easier and faster, because you know, with doing nails, it's like time is money. The faster you can do things, the more money you'll get, because the more customers you'll be able to see in one day. So that's that. After that, we're gonna need a nail cutter or clipper. What this one does is, and you can always use like a regular nail clipper, you can use scissors and stuff. I just feel like this one is faster because it's specifically for that. You can just grab the nail, you know, grab the finger, put it in to where they want it, and then just cut it. Please always try to hold it back here. Like I always hold the finger with these two fingers over here. I hold the finger, and then with my thumb, I hold it down and then I cut. Okay, that way the part that I cut will not jump or fly and poke someone in the eye. Okay, so because when you, I don't know if I'll be able to cut it, this one's already really short, but if you cut it, well, this one got stuck, but sometimes they like, see how that one just flew? So just be very careful with that, because it's happened to where I almost put that in somebody's eye. See, it just flew. So be careful with that, and this will help you, you know, cut the nails short as the customer wants them. After that, we are going to get the nail ready for applying the acrylic. Okay, so you're gonna wipe the nails off with a little lint-free wipe and some alcohol or some something specifically to clean the nail. I know there's a lot of different brands that sell them. Once it's cleaned, you're gonna go in with a dehydrator. Okay, I use this one from ASP, and what this one does is, everyone has a pH balance in their nails, which is like their I guess the humidity in their nails. Everyone is different, so some people will have it, you know, higher, some people will have drier nails. The drier the better, because that's going to help the acrylic stick to the nail, and it's going to prevent any bacteria or any fungus from growing inside. Okay, because you're putting a layer of acrylic on top of the person's nail, and there could be bacteria growing inside. Okay, so you want to make sure that they're really dehydrated. So just make sure you get a dehydrator. Okay, if you don't have dehydrator, you can always use alcohol. Okay, alcohol will do the job. It dehydrates the nail, it prepares it and everything. I always like to be, I don't know, safer and have the dehydrator available. It's only like $4 or $5 at the store, and believe me, this little bottle will go a long way. Okay, so that's that. And then we are gonna need a primer. This one is an acid primer. Usually the ones that are not acid primers will say it on the bottle. Will say acid free. For example, this one. This one is from Young Nails. This one is from NSI. And this one here says non-acid. So what I do, because the acid primer is very corrosive on natural nails, so you want to be careful with that. You know, take care of your nails, take care of your customers' nails. And I always go for this one first. I always use this one or the one from Organic, you know, non-acid primers. Try that one. If your client comes back with lifting, or if they call you and say, hey, you know, my nail fell off, then it might be either because they work with their hands a lot, they work with water. Some people, you know, do cleaning and stuff like that. So if that's not the case, when they come back for the fill, try the acid primer. Okay, so just try to see who this one works on. Whoever it doesn't, try the acid primer, but always be careful with that because it's not very good for nails. So always opt for the non-acid. Okay, unless, like I said, if they have lifting, then yeah, if they need it, go ahead, go for it. After that, you're gonna need, so once you have those two done, your nails are gonna be ready for applying acrylic. Be careful not to touch the nail with your hand because you have, we have oily skin, you know, and when we touch our nails, that's gonna affect how the product adheres to your nail. So you're gonna need a brush, and usually they are Kolinsky Sable brush. This one was my very first brush. I love it. It's a number 8. Usually the number 8 is the best one to work with when you're beginning. After that, you can change to a 20, a 12, so that you can apply maybe even one bead of acrylic and then do the whole nail. But when you start, you're gonna start with either 1 or 2 little beads, and that's how you're going to work your nail. So number 8 is perfect. So you're going to need that, and then you're going to need a little dapping dish to put your monomer in. Okay, I started with these because they're cheap and because you don't really need a lot of monomer to do the nails. But then you can always change, you know, when you feel comfortable. Like now I have this one that I just push it down, it brings the monomer up, I put my brush in here, and it helps me save product because when it's on this one it evaporates and it's done faster. So I like this one instead, but you can always start with this one. Okay, so we're gonna need that, and then we're gonna need like a little dropper, just because sometimes to pour, and especially if you buy them in like big containers, it's hard to pour it in the little dapping dish. So I always just use this one, put it in there, and then just put it in the dapping dish. So it helps a lot. I can use it for acetone and stuff like that when I'm doing 3D, so it dries faster. It's perfect. Okay, and then after that, of course, you're gonna need your monomer and your acrylic. Okay, try to always make sure that you use monomer liquid and acrylic powder from the same brand. It's not very safe for you to use different brands. There's people who do it, and I've done it in the past, and I still do it, but just be careful with that because that could cause either an allergic reaction, it can cause an infection, it can cause lifting. So always try to opt for using the same brand products, but if that's not possible, then yep, it's fine if you use 2 different brands. Okay, so we're gonna use monomer and we're gonna use acrylic. And when we start, I started with pink acrylic because I did not start doing like the encapsulated nails or 3D until I was like farther, you know, into it. So, and this one helps you because when you're doing it, you can see very easily if there's like a bulk on one side, if it's uneven, if it needs more. You can see how thick it's coming. So I think it's easier to see it when you're using a colored one than when you're using like a clear one. So, but it's your choice. There's clear, there's pink, there's white, there's all sorts of colors that you can use. Once you have the acrylic on and it's dry, of course, use your files, and now you're going to use the other side, which is the 100 grit, to file and shape your nails. Okay, and then you're going to use, and you can use this one as well to file the top of it. I know a lot of people have the electric drill, but at the beginning sometimes you don't have it, so you can always use a file. Just try to lay the acrylic as thin as possible so you don't have to file so much. After that, you are going to excuse me, you are going to use a buffer, and this buffer, what it does, it just gets rid of any imperfections when you are filing, and it also gives shine. I'm sorry, this is from my disinfecting liquid. So it makes them shiny and it makes them perfect, so then you can go in with the top coat. Okay, so you're going to use this. Once you're ready for the top coat, you can use either a UV finish gel if you have the UV lamp, or an LED lamp, that's fine. Or you can use a top coat, okay, that will dry alone. When using the UV gel finish, be careful if you're using regular polish, because a lot of them will crackle when you put it on top of regular gel polish. So make sure you try it before to make sure it works. Otherwise, you can always just use top coat. Okay, so let's put that on there, and that's basically all you need. Just always make sure that you have some cotton or Q-tips, so that if anything, you can clean, you know, around the cuticle or whatever with them. Also, to keep your brush clean, you're gonna want to get either a brush cleaner or pure acetone. Okay, I was very frustrated and angry at myself that I recently went online, because I always use acetone to clean my brushes, but I've seen a lot of other people like using, you know, brand products, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna try it, you know, they might be better. So I bought this one from Easy Flow, okay, and I was very upset at myself that when I looked at it, and this was $4.75. When I looked at the ingredients, it says acetone. Pure acetone. That's all it has. That's all it is. Okay? This little bottle, which is, I don't know if it shows it on here. Oh, 4 ounces. Okay? 4 ounces was $4.75. Okay, I use this big pure acetone from Sally's Beauty Supply that is 32 fluid ounces, and it's normally about $3. And if you go to the back over here, it shows ingredient acetone. Same thing as what I purchased online, and you can compare the size. I mean, really, seriously, look at this. This is 8 times this, and it's only about $3, and I paid $4.75 for this. So just, I guess, to learn from this, and be careful with what you purchase. Sometimes you think that because it's a brand thing, it's going to work better, it's going to be better. No, sometimes it's the same exact thing, but because it's a brand, they charge you over the roof. So be careful with that. I guess you learn from your experience, and I hope that you learn from mine. So I hope that you guys liked my video. This is everything that you need. I hope I didn't forget anything. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. You can leave a message. You can leave a comment, actually, or send me a message. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. I will definitely try to upload more English videos because I have not been doing it. I'm so lazy and I work full-time, so it's a little hard for me. But if you would like for me to upload more English videos, give it a thumbs up and I will definitely work on it. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.